his grandmother's heart.
Since he was about 3, he's been saying, one of these days I'm going to be president of Mary Kay Cosmetics. I think that would be a very great idea.
And as I learned firsthand, my grandmother was seldom wrong.
I know that you're going to carry on this tradition, even when I'm not here anymore. I know it's going to happen.
But how does a culture go from concept to reality? The answer is only by being embraced by others.
And I guess that's what this is all about, isn't it? To have the love of the people that you love the most.
Just pass it on. It's the Mary Kay way.
And now, please welcome Chief Executive Officer and Mary Kay's grandson, Rodgers.
At this year's seminar as your new Chief Executive Officer. As I mentioned at Leadership Conference, it is such a privilege to follow in the footsteps of my grandmother, Mary Kay Ash, and my father, Richard Rodgers, as the 3rd generation of Mary Kay's family to hold this role. Now, as most of you know, this is not my first seminar. In fact, I've been to more seminars than I can count all over the world in my 23 plus years with the company. But this one is certainly special as my first as the leader of this incredible organization. In so many ways, it feels like things have come full circle. I know my grandmother always wanted me to be in a leadership role at her company. And the 60-year history of this incredible story has had so many twists and turns, and yet here we are, right back where we started, family-owned and family-managed business. Now, some of you may not know the history, so I'll give you a quick recap. Of course, my grandmother, Mary Kay Ash, started the company with the help of her 20-year-old son, my father, Richard, back in 1963. And in the early days, it really was a family affair, with my Uncle Ben and Aunt Marilyn playing key roles in the organization as well. And we remained a family-owned and operating business for a whopping 5 years. When they decided it was in the best interest of the company to sell shares to the public in order to raise the capital necessary for us to build our very own manufacturing facility. And in 1976, the company became listed on the New York Stock Exchange. And Mary Kay Ash made history again as the first female chair of a New York Stock Exchange listed company. In fact, we remained publicly traded for 17 years, until 1985, when my grandmother and father borrowed all the money anyone would lend to them in order to buy back the publicly traded stock and return the company to private family ownership. It took almost 20 years for the business to pay back all the money they borrowed. In fact, we were still chipping away at that debt burden when I joined the company in the year 2000. My dad returned to the company in 2001, and we charted a different course to reduce leverage and strengthen Mary Kay's balance sheet. In hindsight, it was the best decision the family had made yet. And over the last 20 years or so, Mary Kay Inc. has flourished, both here in the United States as well as internationally, as you saw this morning when we welcomed our well-deserved international achievers. We have also continued to invest in the assets and resources that will enable the company to continue to provide an exceptional business opportunity for decades to come. The investment in our state-of-the-art Richard R. Rodgers manufacturing facilities and research and development labs enables us to produce high-quality products that leverage more than 1,600 patents. And we have invested heavily in the in the information systems and digital technology that enable you to conduct your business securely, anytime and anywhere, so you can be competitive in this fast-moving, omni-channel world. We also continue to invest in you, the best independent sales force in the world, by providing the rewards, resources, and recognition that inspire you to achieve your best. Well, I believe that there has never been a better time to have a Mary Kay business. Our deep-rooted history of family involvement in the management of this company has allowed us the opportunity to make decisions with long-term perpetuation of Mary Kay's dream and legacy the highest priority of our efforts. I hope you can see that my grandmother's mission is my mission. And as Nathan mentioned earlier, over the 60 years of this company's history, we've learned time and again that Mary Kay's dream can survive recessions, inflation, high interest rates, and yes, even a pandemic. The last 3 years have been particularly challenging as we have all had to learn to adapt in a tumultuous environment. Well, through times like this, the leadership of our company, especially our national sales directors, have found a way to chart a course to success despite the obstacles that are thrown in front of them. This leadership is a key factor to our 60 years of success and will continue to be critical to our success in the future. Now, recently, competitors in our industry have learned the hard way what the repercussions can look like when you get too greedy or too aggressive in the never-ending rat race of trying to maximize short-term value for your shareholders and management. Well, I'm so proud that our family's legacy of caring for Mary Kay Ash's dream has practiced a steady and patient approach to growing this company. And my guess is it will continue to do so for another 60 years or more. In years past, I've sometimes shared with you the photos from our family reunion, which we actually call Family Seminar. We have these gatherings every year in June to reconnect Mary Kay Ash's descendants and celebrate her incredible legacy. Now, of course, when we have big product news coming, we celebrate that too. So here is an image of how excited the family was to play around with an early production run of our newest Time-Wise Miracle set. Can anyone guess what our favorite color might be? Well, who knows? Maybe the next CEO in the family is somewhere in that image. That's my 14-year-old daughter, Everly, in the front row on the left. No pressure, girl. And my wife, Malia, and my daughter, Everly, are actually here visiting with us. The new Time-Wise Miracle set is just one example of how Mary Kay continues to invest in our collective future with innovation in science. Of course, the way our company works is that we don't succeed unless you succeed. So a ton of research and work was poured into the development of this pivotal product. As the future unfolds, you can count on us to continue to innovate and find new ways to support you and the success of your business. Just like the very humble beginnings in 1963, those of us that work at Mary Kay know that we only have one customer, and that is you, our global independent sales force. And just like the Golden Rule Foundation Mary Kay herself established for us, helping you succeed and achieve your dreams is our singular focus. It has always been that way, then, now, and always. In closing, I just want to say thank you for all of your support as I take on this expanded role. In the last 6 months, I have received so many words of encouragement from our national sales directors, and even independent beauty consultants. I've also felt the love and support of our Mary Kay executive team and the thousands of Mary Kay employees around the world that support her dream and your success. Now, I can't promise you that there won't be bumps along the way as we push forward into the future of this great company. But I can promise you, the heart of Mary Kay Ash and the heart of her dream company will never change.